Hello students, welcome to your education. I am Jitendra Tyagi. So as all of you know, we have started one series in which daily at 10 pm we discuss 10 important questions from different subject of GATE paper in data science and artificial intelligence. Okay, so in that examination linear algebra is very important. So now today I have taken questions from linear algebra and many students have requested also earlier who attended my previous lecture to make one more lecture on linear algebra. Okay, so let us discuss the questions for your exam. So first question is there. Read the question and try to find out the answer. We are given a matrix. That matrix is partitioned into two blocks. The product of eigenvalues of both the blocks is equal to. Okay, we have to find the product of eigenvalues of both the blocks. So you know, this is a block diagonal matrix. Okay, this is what a block diagonal matrix. So in this matrix we can make blocks, like I'm again drawing this matrix 1 4 0 0, okay, 2 3 0 0, and then 0 0 minus 1 5 and 0 0 6 2. Okay, so we are doing partition of this using this line and this line. Okay, we can make a partition and we get a block diagonal matrix having blocks this one and this one. Okay, we know that a block diagonal matrix is written in this form A11 0 0 A22. Okay, so here this is A11, which is a matrix in itself. This is 0 0 or A22. Okay, so A11 is equal to, the first block we can write A11 as 1 4 2 3. This is our A11, and another block is this one A22, which is equal to minus 1 5 6 2. This is another block. Okay, now we know that in a matrix product of eigenvalues is just equal to the determinant of the matrix. Okay, so we have to calculate the determinant of the matrices and then we will multiply those determinants, so we will get the product of eigenvalues. So what is the determinant of this? 3 minus 8. It is 3 minus 8. This is the product of eigenvalues of this matrix, and this is what? Minus 2 or minus 30. So equal to minus 5 multiplied by minus 32. So equal to minus minus become plus 160. So this is 160. Okay, so our answer is 160. We will write it in the block provided to write the answer in the exam. Okay, so this is a numerical answer type question. Now we can move to the second question. So read the question. Eigenvectors of this are given. Okay, we have to calculate the value of a plus b. We have to calculate here. A plus b. Okay, in this question they are asking a plus b. Okay, write it as a plus b. We have to calculate a plus b. The value of a plus b is, okay, so what will be the value of a plus b, which we have to compute. So to solve this problem, what will we do? You can pause the video. Okay, you can solve the question and you can write your answer in the chat box. So first of all, we need the eigenvectors of this matrix. Okay, we have to compute the eigenvectors of this matrix, and then we will express both the eigenvectors in this form. Okay, 5a 5b, and then we will compare, we will calculate a and b, and then we will add them. A plus b will compute. Okay, so let us do this. To compute the eigenvectors, we need eigenvalues first. So the characteristic equation of this matrix A, okay, characteristic equation of this matrix A can be written as the determinant minus 1 minus lambda 3 3 minus 1 minus lambda equal to 0. This is the characteristic equation of matrix A. Okay, determinant of A minus lambda I is equal to 0 is called the characteristic equation. So if we multiply these two, so it is 1 plus lambda square plus 2 lambda or minus 339 or equal to 0. So we are getting lambda square plus 2 lambda or minus 8 equal to 0. So we can factorize this like lambda square plus 4 lambda minus 2 lambda minus 8 equal to 0. We will take lambda common, so lambda plus 4, then minus 2 common, so lambda plus 4 equal to 0. So lambda is equal to 2 and minus 4. So there are two values of eigenvalues, 2 and minus 4. So we will compute eigenvector corresponding to both the eigenvalues. Okay. So first of all, this is a 2 by 2 matrix. So eigenvector will be of this form. Okay, x1, x2. This will be the form of eigenvector. Okay. So we will write A minus lambda I matrix. To compute the eigenvector, we need A minus lambda I or into x or equal to 0. We have to write this equation. Okay. So A minus lambda I is this one, minus 1 minus lambda 3 minus 1 minus lambda. This is A minus lambda I into x1 x2 or is equal to 0 0. Okay. Now we will put lambda equal to 2. For lambda equal to 2, to compute the eigenvector, let us take lambda equal to 2. So on putting lambda equal to 2 here, it is minus 3 3. The equation is minus 3 3 3 minus 3 and x1 x2 are equal to 0 0. So by solving these two equations, we can see minus 3x1 plus 3x2 equal to 0. Both the equations represent the same thing. Okay, this equation also 3x1 minus 3x2 equal to 0. So here we are getting what? We are getting x1 equal to x2 actually. Okay, both x1 and x2 must be equal, right? So both must be equal. Now here we need 5. So it means we need to take this minus 5. Sorry, 5. Both are equal now. So this is also 5. So this is the eigenvector corresponding to lambda equal to 2. So 5a. So a is equal to 5. Okay. On comparison, we can say that a is equal to 5. And then we will put lambda equal to minus 4. So on putting lambda equal to minus 4 here, it is what? 3. It becomes 3, 3. So 3x1 plus 3x2 equal to 0. So x1 equal to minus x2 we are getting. In both equations, we are getting x1 equal to minus x2. If we solve them, okay, x1 equal to minus x2, both equations. So the two components are of same magnitude but opposite sign actually. Okay. So if this is 5, then another will be what? Minus 5. If one component we are taking 5, another will be minus 5. So we can directly write that for lambda equal to minus 4, the eigenvector is 5 minus 5. So on comparison, b is equal to minus 5. So what is a plus b? 5 minus 5 is equal to 0. So this a will be the right answer. Okay. You can write a plus b is equal to 0 as the answer. So computation of eigenvalues, computation of eigenvector, the relationship, all these are important for your exam. You have to revise. Okay. Now let us take one more example here. So what will be the answer of this question? What you can say about the rank of this matrix? So you know it is a matrix of size 2 by something. Okay, 2 by 4. There are 4 columns, so size is 2 by 4. We know that highest possible rank of this matrix is minimum of these two. Okay, so minimum of 2 comma 4 and that will be equal to what? 2. Minimum of 2 comma 4 is 2. So the highest possible rank is 2, right? Now in this matrix we can see that this is a non-zero determinant. If we compute this determinant, this one, so this is not equal to 0. So there is a determinant of highest order 2 which is non-zero. So it means rank of the matrix is 2. In computing the rank of the matrix, there is no role of A and B because this determinant is 0 na. So there is no role of A and B in computing the rank in this matrix right now. Okay. So rank will be 2. Okay. So D answer will be there. Suppose these two, if I consider a row up to this and up to this, suppose these two are proportional. Okay. This one and this one are suppose proportional. in that case rank will depend upon A and B, because if A and B are also in the same ratio, rank will become 1. If they are not in the same ratio, rank will become 2. So then A and B will decide. But right now, since these two rows are not proportional, so obviously rank will be what? 2. Okay, so D answer will be there. Now tell me total number of linearly independent eigenvectors of this matrix. Total number of linearly independent eigenvectors of this matrix. So think about it, how you compute total number of linearly independent eigenvectors. So you know, total number of linearly independent eigenvectors in a matrix is equal to the sum of geometric multiplicities of the eigenvalues of the matrix. Okay, so जो भी मैट्रिक्स है उसमें जो आइगन वैल्यूज गिवन है उनकी हम कंप्यूट करते हैं ज्योमेट्रिक मल्टीप्लिसिटी, एंड दैट गिव अस द total number of linearly independent eigenvector in the matrix. Okay, so now first of all we need to compute the eigenvalues of this matrix. We can see that it is a upper triangular matrix, right? And in upper triangular matrix we know that the diagonal elements itself are the eigenvalues. So here 1, 2, 2, these are the eigenvalues of this matrix. Okay, so we can write eigenvalues as 1, 2, 2. Okay, now we know that if algebraic multiplicity of an eigenvalue is 1, its geometric multiplicity is also equal to 1. Okay, the eigenvalue which is not repeated has GM1. So geometric multiplicity of this one is 1 because it is not repeated here. Okay, so we'll write GM of 1 is 1. Now we have to compute GM of this eigenvalue 2. Okay, we have to compute GM of 2. GM of 2 is to be computed because it is repeated. So its GM may be 2 or its GM may be 1. Okay, we have to confirm that. What is the GM of this eigenvalue 2? Clear? Now how we can compute the GM of this eigenvalue? We will compute A minus lambda I matrix first. So it is 1 minus lambda, 0, minus 1, 0, 2 minus lambda, 1, 0, 0, 2 minus lambda. This is A minus lambda I matrix. Now we will put the value of eigenvalue 2 whose GM is to be computed. Okay, so putting lambda equal to 2, here. So we get 1 minus 2 minus 1, 0, minus 1, 0, 0, 1 and 0, 0, 0. Okay, now we have to compute the rank of this matrix. So what is the rank of this matrix? We can see that this matrix is in echelon form and there are two non-zero rows in this matrix in echelon form. Rank of this matrix we will compute and that is equal to R equal to 2. Okay, rank कितना है? 2 है इसका. Now GM, geometric multiplicity of this eigenvalue 2 is n minus R. Remember this formula where n is the order of this matrix, okay, and R is the rank of the matrix. Okay, so order is 3 and R is 2, right? So 3 minus 2 equal to 1. So GM of this eigenvalue is 1. So it means total number of linearly independent eigenvector will be what? The sum of all GMs. So 1 plus 1 equal to 2. So answer will be C. Okay, 2 will be the right answer. Now come to next problem. So in this question you have to identify the type of solution of the system. Okay, how many solutions are there in this system? So if we see this system, there are 4 variables involved. Okay, x, y, z, w. There are 4 variables. So we can make a matrix A like this one. We have 1, minus 2, okay, then 1 and then 1. Here 2, then 1, then minus 1 and then minus 2. Okay, and here we are having 3, then 5, then minus 4 and W is missing, so 0, right? And here 4 and minus 1, and then Z is missing here, so 0 here, and then minus 3, and into x, y, z, w, or equal to 0, 0, 0, 0. So this system can be expressed in this form, in the form of a matrix equation. Okay. So now we know that if we have a homogeneous system, okay, you can see that this is a 0 matrix, so it means it is a homogeneous system, Ax equal to 0. So in homogeneous system, the determinant of A decide the type of the solution. Okay, remember always, in a homogeneous system in which number of equations is equal to number of variables. So we can see there are 4 equations, 4 variables, right? So if in a homogeneous system number of equations is equal to number of variables, in that case the determinant of this matrix A determine the type of solution of the system. Okay, so if this determinant is 0, system has infinite solutions, and if this determinant is not equal to 0, in that case this system has unique trivial solution. Okay, unique trivial solution. So what we have to do now, we have to compute the determinant actually. Okay, and that determinant computation is also very, very important for your exam. You should have a good practice of computing the determinants. Now let us take the value of the determinant. So we have to compute this determinant now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then minus 2, 1, 5, minus 1, 1 minus 1, minus 4, 0, and then we are having 1, minus 2, 0, minus 3. So we have to compute this determinant, right? Now to compute this 4 by 4 determinant, expansion is not a good choice because you need to compute many determinants in that case of size 3 by 3. So better to use some properties of the determinant. Okay, so we can make here 0, we can make here 0, we can make here 0 using this R1. Okay, so let us apply the property of the determinant that R2 is equal to R2 minus 2R1. Okay, and R3, this R3 as R3 minus 3R1, and this R4 as R4 minus 4R1. Okay, so what we get, the determinant reduces to the form, first is 1 minus 2 and 1 1. Okay, then R2 minus 2R1. Okay, so 2 minus 2, it is 0, then 1 minus 2 into minus 2. Okay, so 5, it is become 5, it becomes 5, then minus 1 and minus 2. Okay, so minus 3, and then minus 2 or minus 2, so minus 4. Then we are having R3 minus 3R1, so 3 minus 3, 0. Then 5 minus, okay, we can write here 5 minus 3 into minus 2. Okay, 5 minus 3 into minus 2, so it becomes 11. So we can write 11 here. Okay, and then minus 4 minus 3, so it is minus 7, and then minus 3. Then 4 minus 4, 0 here. Then minus 1, it is minus 1 minus 4 into minus 2, so 8 minus 1, 7. Okay, do the proper calculation, and 0 minus 4, and then minus 3 or minus 4, so minus 7. Okay, so now this determinant is equal to this determinant using these properties. Okay, if we apply these kind of properties, elementary operations, then value of the determinant remain the same. So both are the same values, right? Now we can expand this determinant along the first column. Okay, so if we expand it along the first column plus, and then all are 0, so we will get it, this is equal to a 3 by 3 determinant. Okay, writing here, by deleting this first column and first row, we get this determinant 5 minus 3 minus 4, and then 11 minus 7 minus 3, and then 7 minus 4 minus 7. Okay, so now we have to compute this 3 by 3 determinant. Okay, so this is equal to, now let us expand it along the first row, suppose. So this 5 into bracket, this hide this and this, so minus minus plus 49 and minus 12. Okay, and then plus 3 into hide this and this, so minus 77 or plus 21. okay, and then minus 4 into this product is minus 44 and plus 49, okay, so equal to 5 into, now 49 minus 12, 37, and plus 3 into minus 56, okay, and then 49 minus 44 is 5, so minus 20. So now I hope you can compute this and you can verify what is the answer. 185 minus 168 minus 20. So clearly this is not equal to 0, okay. So determinant is not equal to 0, it means system has unique solution, unique trivial solution. If we go back to the options, so it has unique trivial solution, so A answer will be the right answer, okay. Now let us move to next question. So here we have to compute the rank of the matrix. What is the rank of this matrix? So all of you tell me what is the rank of this matrix. So it is 3 by something, okay, 3 by 6. So rank will be 3 or 2 or 1, okay. Highest possible rank of this matrix can be 3, right. So rank is 3 or 2 or 1. What we can do to compute the rank, we can convert it into equivalent echelon form, okay. इसको एक echelon form में convert करेंगे elementary operations की help से, and then we know that rank of a matrix is equal to number of non-zero rows in its equivalent echelon form, okay. So this is important point which you have to remember. So what we can do, we can interchange the first and second row first, okay. So let us apply R1 and R2, let us interchange them. First step is this one. So 1 4 7 0 minus 2 3, then we are having 2 6 3 minus 1 0 5, and 5 16 13 minus 2 13, okay. Now by directly looking at the matrix, one point is coming to my mind, okay. Without solving this, we can directly analyze one thing here. If I multiply this row with 2 and add it into this, so 4 plus 1 5, okay. So 12 plus 4 16, 6 plus 7 13, minus 2 plus 0 minus 2, 0 minus 2 minus 2, 10 plus 3 13. So clearly it is visible that R1, okay, R1, sorry, 2R1 plus R2 is equal to R3. So all the determinant of 3 by 3 size will be 0, because in all the 3 by 3 determinants this combination will be present. So it means rank cannot be 3 now, okay. Without computing directly I have observed here, okay. So rank is less than 3. Now if we calculate a 2 by 2 determinant here, so we can see that 8 minus 6, so not equal to 0. So there is a determinant of highest order 2 which is having non-zero value. So rank of this matrix is 2, okay. So answer will be 2. Directly you can compute. Now another approach which I was telling you, you can use echelon form also. Directly we have got the answer 2, okay. But another approach is that you interchange these two rows, okay. Now you make 0 here and 0 here, okay. So you can apply this R2 as elementary operation, R2 as R2 minus 2R1 and R3 as R3 minus 5R1, okay. So what we observe, the new matrix becomes, if we write the new matrix now, so first row is same 1 4 7 0 minus 2 3, okay. Then we are having 2 minus 2 0, okay. 6 minus 8 minus 2, 3 minus 14, so minus 11, minus 1 4, and 5 minus 6 minus 1, okay. And then we are having 5 minus 5 0, okay. 16 minus 20, okay, so minus 4, and 13 minus 35. Okay, 13 minus 35, so minus 22. Okay, then next one is what? This is minus 2. Okay, and this is 8, and this is minus 2. Okay, so what we see, the last two rows are proportional, so we can make the last row 0 row. If we apply now R3 as R3 minus R2, R3 as R3 minus R2, the last entire row will become 0 and we will get echelon form in which number of non-zero row will be 2, so rank will be 2. Okay, so using both approach we can compute the answer. Okay, now let us move to next question. So LU decomposition based question is there. This matrix is decomposed into the product of two matrices, one lower triangular, one upper triangular. So we are doing LU decomposition. Okay, in upper triangular all the diagonal entries we are taking 1. Okay, what is the trace of the lower triangular matrix? Okay, so this matrix we are having 4 1 minus 3 2. We are breaking it into the product of two matrices, one lower triangular, another upper triangular. Okay, so this is equal to, now lower triangular matrix we know that this entry is 0, so this is first row first column, second row first column, second row second column. So we can take a general lower triangular matrix in this form, and now we are taking upper triangular matrix in which this element is 0 and these diagonal entries are 1, so it is U first row second column. So this decomposition we have to make, and then we have to compute the trace of lower triangular matrix. Okay, so if we multiply these two matrices, what we get? If we multiply, so this is L11 plus 0, so L11, here L11. Okay, then L11 U12 plus 0, so it is L11 U12. Then L21 1 plus 0, so L21, this is L21, and then L21 into U12 plus this is L22. So now we can compare the two matrices using the concept of equality of matrices. So clearly we can see this is equal to 4, so L11 is equal to 4. Okay, this one is 4. L21 is equal to 1. L21 is 1. And now this L11, that is 4 into U12 is equal to minus 3. So it implies that U12 is equal to minus 3 upon 4. Okay. Now last, this L21 is 1. Okay, so 1 into U12, that is minus 3 by 4, or plus this L22, okay, is equal to 0. So what is L22 equal to? 3 by 4. Okay, we are getting L22 equal to 3 by 4. L22 is equal to 3 by 4. So now what is the trace of the lower triangular matrix? It is L11 plus L22. Okay, so finally I am writing the trace here. Trace of the required L matrix is equal to this plus this. Okay, so L11 is what? 4 plus 3 by 4. So it is I think some calculation में एक बार चेक कर लेना है आप लोग, ऑप्शन मैच नहीं कर रहा है, राइट? फिर से देख लेते हैं, या तो ऑप्शन में गड़बड़ होगी. 4 माइनस 3 1 2 है, LU हमने लिखा है L11 0, L21 L22 1 U12. ओके, ठीक है, L11 राइट, L11 U12. ओके, then L21 U12 प्लस L22. ओके, L11 4 है, ठीक है. L21 कितना है आपका? 1, ये भी ठीक है. नाउ L11 अगर 4 है और U12 माइनस 3 है, तो U12 इक्वल टू कितना हो गया? माइनस 3 by 4. दैट इज ऑल्सो करेक्ट. नाउ वी आर हैविंग दिस लास्ट L21, that is 1. और इंटू u12 इज -3/4 प्लस L22 इक्वल टू 0, सो -3/4, ये प्रोडक्ट में है ना यहाँ पे, हाँ ये गड़बड़ हो सकता है, सो -3/4 यहाँ पे आएगा, इक्वल टू करेंगे तो 3/4, ये ठीक है, L22 हमारा 3/4, ठीक है। सो ट्रेस विल बी 4, दैट इज L11, दैट इज 4 प्लस 3/4, 19/4 विल बी द आंसर। सो वी विल चेंज द ऑप्शन, 19/4 करना है यहाँ पे, ये जो 11/4 है ना, इसको मेक इट 19/4, ओके। सो सी आंसर वी विल टेक। Now come to next problem. So please understand LU decomposition. They may ask you question from that in your exam. We are given a matrix A, product of cofactors of element 3 and -1 we have to compute, right? So cofactor, we know that cofactor Cij of an element Aij is given by the formula -1 to the power I plus j multiplied by Mij, okay, where Mij is the determinant of the submatrix which remains after deleting ith row and jth column, okay, this is the formula. So for element 3, this one is 3, what is the cofactor? C, second row, third column, C23 we have to compute. So minus sign and then determinant of the submatrix after deleting this row and this column, okay. So we are getting 1 0 0 minus 1, so it is minus of -1 minus 0, so it is 1, cofactor is 1, and another element is -1, so cofactor corresponding to -1 is what? C32 equal to minus sign again here, so we will hide this last row and second column, so it is 1 4 2 3 equal to minus outside 3 minus 8 equal to 5. So what is the product of the two cofactors? Product of the two cofactors is 1 multiplied by 5, so it is 5. So D will be the right answer here, okay. So sometime they can ask you such question also, adjoint, cofactor, inverse, minor, all these concept you have to prepare. Now come to next question. Number of vectors in the basis of a set of vectors in 3-dimensional space. So 3-dimensional space मतलब R cube, वेक्टर जो है वो R cube के हैं, ठीक है ना. This is a vector space actually, R cube is a vector space. So इसका जो डायमेंशन होता है ना, नंबर ऑफ बेसिस वेक्टर्स, नंबर ऑफ वेक्टर्स इन द बेसिस मतलब क्या होता है, बेसिस क्या होता है, basis any set containing 3 independent vectors of R cube is a basis of R cube actually, okay. Any set containing 3 linearly independent, ठीक है, 3 linearly independent vectors of vector space R cube is a basis of R cube, okay, basis of R cube. So answer will be 3, okay. Basis set में कितने vectors होंगे, 3. C answer will be there. अगर R square है तो 2, R to the power 4 है तो 4, R to the power n है तो n will be the right answer in this question. Please remember. Now come to next problem. So the value of K for which these vectors form a linearly dependent set. So this is very important question in your exam. Earlier also they have asked this kind of question in many other branches. So you know there are 3 vectors of R cube, right? If these 3 vectors of R cube are coplanar, then they form a linearly dependent set actually. If they are non-coplanar, then they form linearly independent set, right? So here we have to make them coplanar. Coplanar means the volume of the parallelepiped formed by the edges, these 3 as the edges, is equal to 0. And we know that the volume of the parallelepiped can be computed by the scalar trivial product of these vectors. So ultimately we can directly say that 1 0 k and -2 1 1 and 2 3 1 just make it equal to 0, okay. In such question, when they give you some 3 vectors of R cube and they say that for what value of unknown they become dependent, so you just make this determinant equal to 0, okay. So you expand and then you will get the answer. Okay, so you will get the value of k, and that is minus 1 upon 4 here. So please solve it. So these were the 10 questions from linear algebra. I hope these will help you in your revision for your exam. Okay, so I wish you all the best for your upcoming GATE exam in data science.